Hi, Sugar Bear.
Hello.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh, hi, little Bill. My room is a hot mess, but here is the, 37 week belly. Here's what little Penelope looks like. There we go. You can see more of my messy room, but she's definitely getting bigger. I'm so excited. So we're on our way to my suegra's house, Jesse's mommy's house. But I wanted to do a quick pregnancy update with you guys because can I just say, like, the last video, I'll link it up here, and then I'll link if you're new to my channel, I'll link the whole playlist of our whole, gosh, I feel like those are so loud. But I'll link the whole playlist of, you know, this pregnancy and all my pregnancy videos and everything down below for you. But if you saw my last video, we did find out that Penelope, our little baby girl, she's due March 22nd. Today we're filming this is March 2nd?
Yep.
Yeah, March 2nd. So I'm 37 weeks pregnant, but we found out 2 weeks ago that her abdomen was measuring really small, like in the 3%, which was kind of alarming and scary for us. I won't get into it, but it ended up being fine. And in that video, so many of you guys commented such sweet things, like everyone who said that they were praying and just good vibes, and you guys are just so sweet. Like, I appreciate you so much. Even on Instagram, you guys are just so nice and so sweet, and Penelope's so lucky to have such a big tribe of people cheering for her. You know, it's just, oh, I appreciate you guys so much. I really do. Like, I know I try to comment back to everyone, but I wish there was more words I can say other than thank you so much. Like, I appreciate it, because I really, really do. Like, and it helps so much. So anyways, I know a lot of you guys have been wanting to hear an update, and you guys are like, keep us updated. So far, her NSTs, her non-stress tests, have been going really good. That hasn't changed. She's a really active little girl, which is good. Her heart rate is always really good. So those have been going good still. No change in that. And they were gonna start monitoring her umbilical cord blood flow every single week. And so we've done that 2 other times, and both times,
There's a softball on the road.
oh, there was? Oh. We've done that 2 other times, and both times it looked really, really good. Her blood flow and everything like that looks beautiful. So, oh, also another thing I wanted to update you guys on is when we first found this out, my doctor, the one who's I hope Jess is gonna deliver her, but my doctor, she was actually out of town for her birthday, so I didn't get a chance to talk to her. I talked to some of the nurse practitioners at her place, which they're really, really awesome. Like, they're awesome too. But I did finally get to talk to my doctor this past Monday. Today is Saturday. So yeah, Monday I got to talk to her about everything that was going on, and it was so comforting to talk to her. She looked at all the tests and everything, and she said, you know what, honestly, my main concern is her umbilical cord blood flow tests, those ultrasounds. She said as long as those are good, and you know, her NSTs and all her other tests are coming back good, that she's really not worried, and that she wants to keep her in there, because the other nurse practitioners and the ultrasound tech had kind of said, oh, if she, you know, stays on this trend, that means maybe your placenta stopped working and we want to take her out early. But it was really nice and like reassuring to hear from my doctor that she's like, no, as long as the other tests are good, I want to keep her in there. I think she's okay. And she said she might just be a small baby. So we had our second growth ultrasound this past Thursday, a couple days ago, and that's when they were kind of gonna see, like, all right, like, let's see where she's at. Is she going down? Is she staying the same type thing? And I had such a good feeling about it. You would think I'd be worried or nervous, and I wasn't nervous. I was really excited. I was like, no, you know, this is gonna be good news, because once they had originally told me she was having growth issues, they were kind of just like, rest, eat as much as you can, and just kind of just relax and eat, even though I do have the gestational diabetes. Oh, which that was nice. What my doctor said too is she kind of was just like, as long as your blood sugar numbers are not crazy, she was just like, eat what you want. Eat, you know, like anything you want to eat, anything you can eat. It's good for her. She's gonna be okay. Like, she needs the food. So, which I had kind of already been doing that anyways. So I was like, it was just nice and reassuring to hear from her that, like, yes, eat, you're fine. Don't worry. But I was like, so anyways, this was my first week not working, which was really, really weird. And I felt guilty, like I should be working, I should be doing this. But anyways, long story short, I've just been trying to relax and eat and just let Penelope take all of our energy to grow. So going into Thursday's appointment, I totally was like, no, like they're gonna say, oh, she's huge, she put on all this weight, like she's up in the 20th percentile now for her stomach and her weight went up. And I don't know, I just had a really good feeling about it. But when we went in, and we happened to have an awesome ultrasound tech this time. Like, her name was Megan, and she was just, she was so wonderful. But anyways, she did say that her abdomen was still measuring at, I think it was 2.8%, she said. Yeah, I think it was 2.8%. So her abdomen was still measuring small. And the last time we went in, they said her overall weight was at 33%. This lighting is so awful. Oh yeah, good idea. There, that's why I love you, Sugar Bear. But oh yeah, so last time her weight was at in the 33 percentile, her overall weight, and this time it was at 25%, so her weight percentile did go down, but she did gain a pound in 2 weeks. So last time, I think they said she was 4 pounds 7 ounces, I want to say.
That's it too.
And this time she was 5 pounds 10 ounces.
No,
So she was 412 last time?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, something. So she did put on a pound in 2 weeks, which is good, and that's what the ultrasound tech said. She was just really awesome. She was like, no, like, this isn't concerning. She's like, as long as her growth is, you know, going at a steady rate, which she said a pound in 2 weeks was steady for her, that she's like, I wouldn't worry, she's okay. And she literally said the same thing as my doctor. She was like, she may just be a little baby, and that's okay, you know. And which is weird, because I wasn't a little baby. I was like 8 pounds. I was 2 weeks late, and then Jesse was like 8 pounds too.
Yeah.
So he wasn't. But I don't know. She's her own little girl, which is fine. I like it that way. But yeah. So that ultrasound tech was really nice. She was like, no, don't worry, she's just fine. And she really did a thorough check of the umbilical cord. She checked it like all the way through and everything, and she said, honestly, like, it looks beautiful. Her blood flow, everything else looks beautiful. So that's kind of why she was just really like, I would not worry if I were you. Like, yeah, she is measuring small and low, but I would not worry. So it was good. That was really good. Like, yeah, it wasn't like I wanted to hear she beefed up, but it's okay. And we were actually okay after this appointment. Like, I was like, no, I was happy. I was feeling good. How about you, Sugar Bear?
Yeah, I was feeling okay.
Yeah, you were still kind of a little nervous, huh?
Just a little bit.
Which is, like, understandable.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. But yeah, so that's an update. And so if you watched the last update, you'll know after the first appointment that we had finding all this out, we did have a little bit of a hard time, and I told you guys the story about the bee. Go back and watch that, because I don't want this video to be too long. But long story short, Penelope's middle name came from Jesse's Tata, and he's kind of been her main guardian angel. I feel like it's been so weird. And he visits us in the form of a bee. And after the last appointment, we saw a bee. And, excuse me. It was just a really comforting thing for us. And it was so, like, you guys will not believe this. This time, after the appointment, we were walking in, we were going to Walmart, and we were walking in, and something is flying in my face and around my belly, and I was like, oh, and I looked, and it was a bee, and I was just so like, I was just like freaking out, and Jess was like, what? And I was like, it's a bee! And a bee was flying around, and like particularly flying around my belly. It was just so cool. Like, and the other weirdest thing is, so Jesse's Tata really loved like Mexican music,
like bachata music.
Yeah. And we're in Walmart, and Walmart plays kind of, you know, average today's white people music. Like, I don't know
Not Mexican
how not
music.
they. When have you ever, honestly, comment down below, have you ever walked into a Walmart and they were playing like older, like traditional Mexican music?
Mexican music.
Yeah, like if you have, like, let me know, but I've never heard Walmart playing that, and it was so sweet. Like, and do you want to tell this story, or do you want me to tell it?
Go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay.
You're better at it.
Feel free to jump in if you want. So when we were in Walmart, like when the bee thing happened, Jesse was like, I feel him. He is here. Like, oh my God. Like, it was just really kind of overwhelming but cool for Jesse. And so then we walk into Walmart, and a freaking older, like the exact kind of music Jesse's thought the liked song comes on. It was so weird. Like, I got goosebumps. Like, Jesse got all like, it was just, there was no explanation. It was just, he totally was there. It was just so weird and cool and not a coincidence. And literally the song right after was just like a normal like Maroon 5 song or something like that. It was just so, and like they didn't play anything else similar the entire time. It was just, it's so crazy that it was just so crazy.
It was weird.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just really, really cool. But anyways, so that's,
feeling.
huh?
It was an overwhelming feeling.
Yeah. That's, see, that you described it better than I could. But yeah, it was just crazy. So yeah, that's how our appointment went. And as of right now, they're gonna keep her in there. And my doctor said starting at my next appointment, so I'm still going in. I have 3 doctor's appointments a week. I have 2 times a week they do the NST, where they hook my belly up and measure her heart rate and stuff, and then they like check my blood pressure and protein in my pee and stuff. Oh, I gotta tell him the story about that strep B test or whatever.
Oh God.
Alright, so I'll tell you that in a minute. But anyways, my doctor said starting next week, they're gonna start checking my cervix to see if like, oh dang, that was a really bad accident. Looks like everybody was okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know, that's just super exciting to me. Like, we're getting so close. But okay, so funny story. Was this? It wasn't this past week, it was the week before. Huh. Yeah, I was 30.
For what?
For that test that they did.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so I think I was 35 weeks. And I had read on my app, it said something like, oh, they're gonna be doing I think it was strep B. I don't remember, like, sorry, I don't remember the exact one, but they said, oh, you know, this week your doctor's gonna be doing a strep B test where they swab your butthole. And I was like, what? And my doctor none of my doctors I was seeing like had said anything about this, like, oh, next appointment we're gonna do this. So I thought, oh, maybe like they're not gonna do it, or maybe they're gonna do it the next week or something, because they didn't bring it up to me. And so that appointment happened, Jesse happened to be off that day. It was President's Day. And so he came to the morning appointment with me, and I was telling him in the car about that. I was like, oh, my app said that this week they're supposed to swab my butthole. And he was like, what? And I was like, well, I sure hope not, because, okay, you guys know how these pregnancy updates go. Like, I'm like, TMI, open book, but I had not done any ladyscaping in a little while because I can't really reach. And I had been trying to get Jesse to do it for me, but he was scared he's gonna cut me. And so it was not looking cute down there, and I just was not prepared. Luckily, I did shower like that night. That night we were going to bed, I almost didn't shower, and I was like, oh, I'll shower after my appointment, because I was so tired. I was like, I don't feel like taking a shower. I'll shower after the appointment. But then thank God I was like, no, I need to take a shower now. So thank God, otherwise that would have been really bad. But we're in there, and they finished up the NST, and the nurse is like, oh yeah, so we're just gonna take you back, and we're gonna be doing the, I think, like I said, if I'm saying it wrong, whatever. She's basically said, we're going to be doing the test today, and, you know, we just swabbed the anus. And I was like, and I looked at Jesse, and he was like in the corner trying so hard not to laugh. And he was like, and I was like, oh my God. And I like couldn't control myself. I started laughing, and I was like, oh my God, we were talking about this, and I told her, I was like, I'm so sorry, but I'm not cleaned up for you down there.
It wasn't that bad. I think I had shaved you.
No, this was before the last time I shaved myself for the maternity pictures. You had, at that point, you hadn't shaved me, because remember, so after this I was like, please, can you just try? I know you're scared to cut me, but it'll be fine. But anyways, it was so funny, and like the nurse laughed. They're so cool at my doctor's office, and I thought, I don't know why, like I thought they were gonna stick something in the butthole, but it wasn't that bad. Like she just took like a Q-tip, and they swabbed like the perineum, gooch area, and then kind of like the butthole area. It wasn't really bad at all, and she was like super funny. She's like, don't worry, I don't care. So it was kind of funny. But yeah, that night, Jesse, I was like, please try, and you're so sweet. You did a really good job, and you were very careful and gentle. And yeah, he did a good job. So round of applause for Jesse. But yeah, so I thought that was a funny like kind of update to give you guys. What other updates? I have like finally started getting a little uncomfortable. Like my back hurts, and we had gone to a comedy show. If you guys know who Joey Coco Diaz is, comment muffler in the comments, or comment something that you know he says, because he's just the most funny, he's our favorite comedian, and he came to Tucson, and so we went and saw him, and oh my God, the little muffler. What else does he say? I can't even think off the top of my head.
You machine gun that muffler.
Freaking hilarious. But oh my God, like the chairs, it was at, if you live in Tucson, it was at the Fox Theater, which the chairs are like kind of old school movie theater chairs, and I was so uncomfortable. My back hurt so bad the entire time. Like at one point I was like, I can't sit here like this. Like I was so uncomfortable. So yeah, like sitting down sometimes, like I get uncomfortable, and my back's been hurting, and I'm trying to think of anything else new. I still have heartburn. Oh, Texas Roadhouse smells good. Oh, I guess I haven't even talked about main cravings. So for a while, speaking of Texas Roadhouse, that was my main craving for forever. I was wanting like red meat. Like I just wanted beef. Like I wanted steak. And I still do. Like Texas Roadhouse has been like, we've been going there a lot. But one of the main things is sandwiches. Like, I just want sandwiches all the time. I go to Beyond Bread at least once a week. Like, I love sandwiches. I've had like some seafood cravings too. Like, I want shrimp and scallops and stuff, which is weird. And then bread. Like, I always crave bread though. I don't know if that's really a pregnancy thing or if that's just a Julia thing. Oh, recently I have been wanting spicy foods. Like, within the past week, I'm like, I want hot Cheetos, I want salsa, like hot salsa on my things, like, which, I don't know, they say that spicy foods trigger labor, so I don't know if that's just nature saying like, hey, eat some things that'll help move you along. I don't know, but there's that. As far as like mental health wise, stuff like that, because I always like to talk about that kind of stuff with you guys. I've been pretty good. I've every once in a while, like the other day I felt kind of weird, like just anxious for no reason, and I felt better after I ate.
Yeah.
But other than that, one day I was feeling a little weird, and it has been hard for me to stop working too. Like, that, for some reason, that triggers anxiety a lot of times if I'm not working. I don't know why, but maybe that was it. But other than that, like, I've been feeling good and excited. I have been getting kind of nervous. I'm like, oh, I know it's gonna hurt, and I'm just nervous. Like, I hope everything goes okay. I'm nervous. I hope that she latches, and I hope I can breastfeed okay. That's another kind of fear of mine. Like, oh, I just want to breastfeed her and everything go okay. Another thing that I like, this has been a constant I haven't really talked about, but I'm scared to rip, which I know will probably happen. And so that I'm like, oh, but definitely like my excitement is way more outweighing like my worries and everything. I'm just so excited. I am kind of sad that like her time in my belly is coming to an end. This has just been again, like, I've said this a lot and broken record, but this has just been such a amazing experience, like being pregnant and like feeling her, and I just have loved being pregnant. Like, I know like some people it goes the opposite and everyone's pregnancy is different, every baby is different, but I've just really enjoyed this pregnancy, and I am getting kind of sad that it's coming to an end. I'm like, no, like, stay in there a little more, you know. But I'm sure once like she comes out, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so much happier that you're out, and I am so excited to meet her. Like, I'm so excited to see what she's gonna be like and everything like that. Oh, I forgot this part. So at the ultrasound, when they were taking all her measurements, so she was measuring small, now she's measuring small in everything. She said even her head was measuring small. She didn't, oh, hiccups. She didn't say what percentile, the head.
Her head, no.
But she said everything's measuring small except for her legs. Her legs were at like 43%. So she's got long legs. I have super long legs, and then my Nana has really long legs too. So we joke like, oh, she's got long legs like mommy and mommy's Nana. So maybe she'll be a little volleyball player like us. Cool. But yeah, other than that, guys, that's kind of like the update I have for you. Again, thank you guys so much, everybody who's been praying and cheering for us, and this whole pregnancy, like, we've just had so much love and support, and it's like overwhelming, but in a good way. Like, I'm just like so in shock and overwhelmed by how much love and support that we have and she has, and it's like I just feel like she's the luckiest girl in the world to have so many people who are like cheering for her and cheering for us and stuff. So I really, really appreciate you guys. And alright, this video is getting so long and we're almost at his mom's house. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Toodaloo.